Hey Washington Commanders fans, get ready because today's news is explosive. This news will touch the heart of any fan who has followed the team for years. You know that kind of turnaround we only see once in a lifetime? Well, we're living it right now, and honestly, who wouldn't get excited about a season that could turn our luck upside down? With just 9 games under a new regime, General Manager Adam Peters and head coach Dan Quinn are transforming the team. With this stunning start to the season, the Commanders are 7-2 and dominating the NFC East. For a team that hasn't seen such success since the glorious days of 1991, this is a golden opportunity. And Peters knows it. When he proposed trading some valuable draft picks for Lattimore, Quinn could barely contain his excitement. And who can blame him? Lattimore is one of the best cornerbacks in the league and brings exactly the kind of presence our team needs to maintain a solid defense. This kind of bold move is what separates great teams from the rest, and Peters is showing he's not afraid to take risks to see the Commanders shine again. Think about it, folks. Rebuilds like this are rare in the NFL. Going from a 4-13 season to a 7-2 start with all the restructuring work requires a unique combination of vision and courage. And that courage is Peters' trademark. It's not just about finding a promising quarterback like Jaden Daniels. It's about understanding the moment and knowing how to seize every opportunity the market offers. Who would have thought we'd see a GM with this mindset in the Commanders? This is the kind of attitude that defines franchises and creates legends. At the press conference right after the trade, Peters made it clear that he's committed to doing whatever it takes for the team to win. He stated several times that the priority is always improving the team, regardless of history or criticism. He spoke with such conviction that even the most skeptical fans got excited. It's not every day that a GM makes such bold decisions, and this shows he truly sees a bright future for Washington. Just imagine the energy in the locker room and what this does for player motivation. Now, look at the scenario. If the Commanders continue playing with the consistency they've shown so far, we have a great chance of finishing the season with 11 wins. Yes, you heard that right. And this hasn't happened since 1991, the last time we lifted the Super Bowl trophy. This team, which most people underestimated, is on its way to becoming a true contender. And how good it is to see a team with management that understands the importance of this historic moment. I'm excited to see how far we'll go. What Peters is doing is rare, striking a balance between building a young, talented roster while reinforcing areas of need with immediate impact players. This approach is smart and showing quick results. Unlike past attempts, this strategy is backed by meticulous planning and a deep understanding of the team's needs. You can see he's not just gambling on luck. He's creating a solid plan and executing it flawlessly. For many fans, the move for Lattimore is proof that we finally have leadership that knows what they're doing. For years, we went through management that seemed to make random choices with no real focus on the future. But now, with Peters and Quinn, everything has changed. It's an incredible feeling to see these guys making decisions that actually make sense. Lattimore's arrival is just the beginning, but it already represents a profound cultural change in the Commanders. We're ready to leave the past behind. To prepare for this trade, Peters had already strategically moved the roster. He traded receiver Jahan Dotson and defensive tackle John Ridgway, gaining a third-round pick and future picks, always keeping an eye on the season and what the team needed. It was an exact calculation, and even with Lattimore's arrival, we maintained a good number of picks for future drafts. This shows that Peters isn't just focused on the present, but also thinking about how to sustain the team's growth long-term. This kind of attitude makes us believe. Think about it. The Commanders have gone through so many changes, so many failed restructuring attempts, but now it seems we're on the right track. The decision to sign a talented and experienced cornerback like Lattimore gives us not just an immediate boost to the defense, but also brings new energy to the locker room. This type of player, who has been tested on the field and knows how to make an impact, is exactly what we need to take the team to another level. Every fan feels the difference when the team is managed by a group that understands the game and knows how to build a winning roster. Peters and Quinn are showing they're not afraid to do what's necessary to elevate the Commanders' level. Every decision they've made so far aligns with a single goal: making Washington truly competitive. It's a relief to know our franchise is in the hands of people who want to win as much as we do. And let's be honest, after years of frustration, this is what we deserve. Now I'm going to bring you more must-see content for you loyal fans who are always expecting to see our team grow. Just imagine, Who wouldn't want to make that strategic player steal and bring a star of TJ Watt's caliber to our team? Well, we're just days away from facing the Steelers, and I'm going to explain why Watt's presence would be a real game changer for our defense. So, stay until the end, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comment, because this analysis will touch the heart of any fan who wants to see the Commanders shine this season. We're facing the Steelers, and Mike Tomlin has their team playing at a high level. Year after year, they compete in the postseason, and of course, always have a feared defense. The Steelers never lack defensive solidity, and they're one of the most consistent teams in this area. As for us Commanders fans, we know that our defense this year hasn't found its rhythm yet. Yes, we had the addition of a fantastic player like Marshon Lattimore, but we're missing that overwhelming impact that only a player like Watt could bring. Now, just imagine the difference TJ Watt would make in our defensive system. The guy is a sack and quarterback pressure machine. He has 6.5 sacks just this season, plus forcing 4 fumbles and recovering 2 more. These plays aren't just numbers, they're game-changing moments. When the opponent knows Watt is on the other side, they need to adjust their entire strategy. And this opens doors for other players to make big plays. That's the advantage of having someone like Watt on the team. He doesn't play alone, he elevates the entire defensive system. You know that feeling of security we want to see in the Commanders? That atmosphere where the defense will hold the game and give the offense the peace of mind it needs? That's exactly what Watt would bring to the team. Even when he's not effectively making tackles or sacks, he impacts the field. He demands double attention from opponents, which opens space for other defenders to pressure the quarterback or cover routes. It's like having a powerful distractor, someone who naturally draws focus, and this presence is what's missing to transform our defense from solid to dominant. And of course, the psychological factor can't be ignored. When the opposing quarterback sees Watt running in their direction, the instinct is to panic. Many adjustments are made, but few teams can really stop the man. It's this type of presence that intimidates and commands respect. And I know that, as a fan, you want to see our team intimidating, want to see the Commanders become a thorn in the opponent's side. That's the difference between being just another team in the standings and being a true title contender. It's past time to invest in a defense that can really impose itself in decisive games. It's a matter of posture and winning mentality. And with Watt, the Commanders would gain that posture. Can you imagine that with him and Lattimore together, our defense would be ready for any challenge? I can see it clearly. With Watt and Lattimore, our defense would go from a developing unit to one of the most respected in the league. And this combination could make the difference in the toughest phases of competition. The Commanders, as we all know, face a postseason taboo. Since 2005, we haven't been able to get past the wild card round, and each year this weighs more heavily on the fans. I know that you, like me, are tired of this situation and want to see the team go further. With Watt, this year could be different. He's a natural leader and a true game changer. With him, our defense could hold its ground even in the most critical moments, which would greatly increase our chances of advancing in the playoffs. Deep down, that's what every Commanders fan wants, to see the team grow, overcome barriers, and finally return to being a respected force in the league. We know we're on the right track with some of the moves the team has already made, but we're missing that final touch to make the defense truly impactful. TJ Watt would be that piece, that elite presence that would change our team's level. So, what do you think? Could we finally dream big with a player like him?